What's up, YouTube? What is up? What is up? I hope everybody's having a very good day. I hope everybody's having a very good World Cup. Who knows? This could be releasing on the day of the Portugal game. Please. That's all I have to say is just please. Wild's Ascendance. We got a trailer for it on Game Awards. I've let it sit for a bit. I have seen the dev list. I didn't react to it, though. But in the end, I did want to do a list. I did do a video talking about the subspecies, and it did okay for my standards. I had fun making it, and I was originally going to do one for returning monsters, but I'm going to be very honest. I'm kind of can't predict. I can't predict what they're gonna do for returning monsters. I just can't. Lao Lung is throwing me off because I would never have thought that guy's coming back. I'll be very honest. Lao Lung was like the benchmark for siege fights. He walked. Lao Lung walked, so Safa Jiva can run. And yes, that is pun intended.
How many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man?
I love the young people.
But I wanted to do a wish list because I felt like that was gonna be better, because I was originally gonna do what I wanted and what Capcom wanted, like I did in the subspecies video. But I didn't really know what to do, because my list was this big and Capcom's was this big. So we're just gonna do a wish list. We're gonna do things that I want, whether that's gameplay wise, map wise, monsters returning, but yeah, and I might repeat myself on some subspecies that I might just want to have. So yeah. I am drinking a lot of water. You know that Elder Dragon's coming back. The main focus will be Elder Dragons. I know everybody's talking about Cashao Deora coming back is kind of you know. But from what it looks like, I think what it's going to be is that when an Elder Dragon enters a certain area, the weather effects change. So every map's going to have like a different Elder Dragon. So the Windward Plains will be Cashao Deora. It's very obvious that Teostra and Chameleos, hopefully they don't do a world thing, will be releasing as well in this game. So this it's okay. I mean, I'm happy for Chameleos. I'm not really too happy for the other two. But yeah, this is gonna be a very original idea. Are you ready for this? Are you ready for this? Valstrax. I spelled that wrong. 100%. I feel like Valstrax can return. Not Crimson Glow. Okay? We're gonna make sure we know that. Not Crimson Glow. We want original Valstrax. We want the OG. We want him back. We need another invader. And it would be cool to have Valstrax return and do the round world. Have that in Wilds. I feel like that would work really well. And I already feel like his whole jet repulsion thing with the chest, like you can make like that wound spot as he's like trying to power up, or less wounds can pop up, which might as well be a want on here. Is like the focus mode is heavily nerfed. We can put that on here actually. Focus mode nerf. Yes. I think that needs 2 Fs. Next up, like I said, I don't really want Chameleos and Teostra. Cashao is whatever. I'm hoping they go the Rise route and not the World route, but still. I'm mainly thinking Valstrax for the new map, but most likely that will be the flagship. I feel like that would make the most amount of sense for them to put the flagship in the new map and make him the Apex. I don't think they're going to do that. But if we were going on some of the older areas, Scarlet Forest. Yeah, I feel like it just needs Namiel in Scarlet Forest. For the Scarlet Forest, if it's the way I'm thinking, right? Where it's like every map is going to have a new, like a Elder Dragon related to that map. I feel like it just makes sense for the Scarlet Forest to have Namiel. I just feel like it does. Plus, I just really like Namiel. I really like Namiel's design. I really like Namiel's fight. And I just feel like it works. And I really wanted to return. I wanted to return in Sunbreak because I felt like in the Rise motif, it would have worked really, really well with what it was doing. So I feel like now it should return. So hopefully it does. I will say that. I do want it to return, and I do want it to be in the Scarlet Forest. For Oil Basin, though, I do have a reach. Because I don't want Teostra, and I don't want Lunastra. We do not want Lunastra. We do not want Lunastra to return. Please, for the love of God, Capcom. I'm going to do a bit of a whim here and say, this is one of my predictions. I think they're going to do a new Elder Dragon. I think they're going to do the Elder Dragon for the flagship, and then kind of like how they did with Iceborne, is that you had like Velkhana. Sorry, my brain blacked out for a bit. We had Velkhana, and then we had Namiel. Velkhana was the flagship, and Namiel was just a new Elder Dragon. I think there's going to be a new Elder Dragon. I can't fucking type today. Hell yeah. Yeah, and I think it's going to be the Oil Well Basin's Elder Dragon. I really, really do. My idea for it is that it's like kind of like Valhazak, which I do like that Elder Dragon. I will admit though, I do like Black Veil and Valhazak's design more, but regular Valhazak is cool. Like he has like the whole corpse thing following it, but that's what I'm thinking. It's like covered in like ore and magma and shit. Like I feeling like that would be cool, and I would really like that, to be very honest. But still, I think it would be cool. I think it would be very nice to just get a brand new Elder Dragon that's based around lava and not fire. I think that'll be very cool. The Aisha Cliffs is a little bit difficult though, because I can't really tell, because the easy option is Velkhana. I don't want Velkhana to return. Velkhana has returned in every expansion since Iceborne, which is only Sunbreak, but still. I don't want Velkhana to return. It's probably gonna return, which does kind of suck. But I don't really know if they'll do another new Elder Dragon. And it's very hard to say that they will. Maybe they could bring a Frontier one. I'm not entirely sure if there's an Icy Elder Dragon in Frontier that isn't OP as fuck. I mean, it is Frontier, so it's probably going to be OP as fuck. But still, I would really like to see maybe another new one. I don't know. I don't exactly know if it's actually something that's going to happen. But it's probably going to be Velkhana. It will most likely be Velkhana. But we can't just say... And... Shard Cliffs. Do want another new map. We can put that down as well. Because I think they will do 2 new maps. So I want to go ahead and say that there will be a second new map in the game. And I want to say that it will be on the lines of the Valhazak zone. I can't remember the name of the location right now. It's kind of drawing me. But once again, Valhazak in the new zone. You know, that's what I'm thinking. Valhazak in a new zone. That's what I am thinking, right? Is that you have a new zone, it's based off of whatever place in world it's called. I'm sorry, I still can't remember it. That place goes over my head so much. But yeah, I think that would be really cool. I think it would be nice to have Valhazak return, and you have Namiel return, and it's not really the basic trio. It's most likely going to be the basic trio. You're going to have Camillus in the Scarlet Force, and you're going to have Teostra. Not Teostra. Yes, Teostra. I thought I was saying Lunastra. Teostra. Probably Teostra in the Oiwa Basin. And then, like I said, probably we'll have Velkhana in the Ice Shard Cliffs. Wyveria is a bit of a different one. Shagaru Magala. I can't believe I forgot to put this guy down. We have fucking Gore Magala in the base game. Maybe Shagaru Magala will be the Ice Shard Cliffs one, because Gore Magala originated in the Ice Shard Cliffs for Wilds, and that was like the main thing. It was like you would just fight frenzy monsters in the Ice Shard Cliffs, which I'm so disappointed in that. I thought it would be so cool if like Frenzy did return and you fought all these different monsters in Frenzy, I feel like it would make the game feel a lot more open. Like, you didn't just have temper monsters. It was just felt like the Frenzy was so limited, right? So hopefully it'll be cool like that. Maybe they will do that for Shagaru Magala. Maybe it could be the Ice Cliff Elder Dragon. But I'm thinking more Wyveria. You know, I'm thinking like that's where we're gonna fight him instead. But yeah, that's my guess there. For Elder Dragons, that's what I am hoping for. The Boost Bracer does look really cool. I will probably say faster combat is a yes, which I am okay with that for this expansion, because the base game was so grounded in combat that you felt like you were like falling in quicksand. Not to say that was bad. I do like grounded combat. I like feeling like it's me facing off against a big unstoppable force, right? I feel like that's great. But I will not lie, I feel like Wild would benefit from faster combat. With making the monsters more difficult, I feel like it will benefit for just making them faster, doing combos faster. That's what I really liked about Omega. Not saying every monster needs to be like Omega, but the way that it's constantly like attacking and moving around, I felt like that worked so well. And I think the Boost Bracer will be really good to balance that. So faster combat, I feel like, is a yes for me. I feel like I would definitely want to have faster combat in the game. So yeah, I'm okay with it. I am okay with it. I can go ahead and just do subspecies as well. I won't do anything big, right? Because some of my opinions have changed from the original video that I did. But the 3 that I just want to make sure gets put out there is a Zuwu subspecies, Dragon, Blast, etc. Just something for Zuwu. I feel like will be very good for me. Another one is a Jarikon. I feel like a Jarikon just deserves a nice subspecies. I feel like they'll be nice. I'm still hell-bent on my Thunder idea, though. I will say I'm still very hell-bent on my Thunder idea for the dude. But yeah. And then for the final subspecies, kind of a subspecies, but just variants of Apex. So any of the Apexes getting a variant is something that I am so down for. But yeah, I keep on seeing people think that every single Apex is going to get one. That would be cool, but I don't think that will actually happen. So, especially for Jinjahad, I'm still hell-bent that Jinjahad isn't going to get anything, but if he does, I'm okay with it. One thing I do want is I want the weather update, like the weather effects to be updated. That's what I personally want. And I know they're doing that. I know they're gonna do that. They said that they literally make that a thing with the Elder Dragons. But the weather effects, right, is just for show. I feel like for Wilds, it's not really something that affects anything in the game. So it would be cool if like some like Ultimate Life show up at this weather event or this time of day in this map, and you can use it in a fight, right? I feel like that'll be good, you know? Hopefully that is something they think of with the Elder Dragons. But if it does just end up being Elder Dragon spawns in, different map, Force of Nature, make the Elder Dragons really cool, I'll be okay with that. I just want it to be more thought out, other than just for cinematic effect, right? That's what I want from the weather updates. And I feel like that would be okay. Returning monsters, which will probably be the gist of this video, like the majority of it. So, Pazza. But yeah. Returning monsters that I want. This isn't exactly one that I want, but I just want to make this very clear. Zenoga's probably going to return. The guy directing... I can't say his name, and I don't want to butcher it, so I'm just going to try to avoid from it. But the guy directing the game started at Portable Third, which was the game Zenoga premiered in as a flagship. So, he's probably going to return. I could do without him. I think he's overrated. I think he's overrated. He looks cool. His fight's overrated. So yeah, I don't want him to return. But I am going wild. I am going. Is my first one? Please. Please, dude. Please. I want him back. I want my devilfish back. Please, Ignactor, please. Oh my god. Please, Capcom. I'm begging you. I need him back in my life, please. I need him back. Oh my god. I just want him back. I think it'll be great in the Oil Basin. I think it would be really cool. I think it'll be amazing. So I'm gonna say Ignactor. I want Ignactor to be back. Other ones that are pretty out there is Duramboros. Sorry if I butchered this. I think I typed that right. I think it'll be fun. I don't know where he put him though. If there's anything, it'll probably be a new map. This is definitely an Outlanders one because I can't really see him fitting in any of the maps. Not even in the Scarlet Forest, because the Scarlet Forest is very narrow in a lot of places, and this is a very big monster, right? So I can't really say that I can see him being in the game, but I want him to be in the game, so he's going to be on here. So fuck it. Another one that can be in the game is Mephisto, and I want Mephisto. He is the coolest fucking bird wyvern. On God, he is the coolest bird wyvern in the game. He's literally just a fucking owl, and he is so sick. He has his own like status effect that is just makes him even cooler, and I just want him to be utilized more and make him more of a difficult hunt. I just really do. I really like him. I really like him, and I feel like he deserves more, man. I feel like he deserves more love. My little owl boy. We are either getting Tetsukabra or Zambrios. I think it's going to be either or. One's going to make it and one's not. What I want is Zambrios. What I want is Zambrios. But if I was being very honest, realistically, it's probably going to be Tetsukabra. It will probably be Tetsukabra to return. I still have a gut feeling that he was supposed to return in Rise, and he just never did. He never even did in the expansion, which kind of sucked. Obviously, there was the baby Tetsukabra in the area, but still, I have like a 99% sure chance that if they are bringing Amphibia back, it will probably be Tetsukabra, and it'll probably be in the new map, in the Windward Plains, Scarlet Forest, whatever. He will most likely make a return. I did just remember this. From the trailer, the Kezu plushie. I am 99% sure Kezu is going to be the game. It's not going to be on the wish list, but what is going to make it is Shrouded Nursilla. I would really want this monster to be revamped. I really do. If I remember correctly, what Shrouded Nursilla is supposed to be, it's supposed to be like a sand ambushing spider, right? It's in the older games, they couldn't really do that, and it would just kind of like put a spider web up into the air and it would hang on to nothing. I would really like if they do that, like he's wearing the Kezu hide and he pops out of the sand in the Windward Plains and he's like ambushing you and stuff. That would be cool. My only complaint is the fact that Gypsy Rose already is in the Windward Plains, so that could be a little difficult, and that I don't know how exactly that will work. But I would really like Shrouded Nursilla in the game, dude. I do like its design. I do like the way it looks more than regular Nursilla. So I'll be very happy about it. But still, I really do want Shrouded Nursilla. I really do want him to revamp them. I really do want him to do the thing they wanted to do where it's popping out of the sand. I think it'd be great. And better yet, Red Kezu in the game could be really cool. I would really like that. And we can have a Red Kezu event, right? Because that is actually a thing. Because there is actually a thing in like guidebooks that show that Nursilla could have like a Red Kezu hide. That could be really, really cool. Where if you find a Red Kezu hided Shrouded Nursilla, that it gives you like something cool, maybe like a pendant or something, and it just gives you like, here, you found this really rare monster. I think that'd be awesome. I think that would be sick, dude. And then some quick fire ones to end off. Brachydios. I like Brachydios. I can't remember how to spell Brachydios. People are gonna be like, how do you not spell these? You're a monster in a fan. Come on, dude. I'm illiterate. So please be nice to me, okay? But yeah. Brachydios, I would like to see Brachydios come back in. I think that'll be really cool. Some Ice Shard Cliffs monsters that are very difficult could be very nice. I'm gonna go ahead and just say for Ice Shard Cliffs, I think Baroth, I'll get Kuga, and Tigrex. Yes, I say it like that. Leave me alone. Will be pretty good bets, and then you would have kind of like once again another trio monster. They'll be back in. Once again, they would return again, which a lot of people would be like, eh, but I like them. I feel like it's different than Cachao de Ora because these fights are fun. You know, these fights are actually fun. Cachao de Ora is not the best, unless we're talking about Rise. But I would like this mainly just because I want new ice monsters. Right? I want difficult ice monsters. Right? That's what I would want. Is a difficult ice monster that actually does Ice Bright and not the stupid sticking your feet to the ground type of idea, right? I want one of those. And then some probably really out there ones. Goss Harag, definitely not coming back, but I'm going to put it up there for Copium. Other ones... Actually, you know what? I think I'm good. I think I'm good with that. Because it's very hard to predict what they will do. But... if I was going to pick, these will probably be like my list for the returning monsters I want the most, right? But speaking realistically, the only ones that would probably make sense are these guys. These ones are probably the only ones that would make sense. Maybe not the Rekezu event. I hope Shine Nestilla is there. I'm only saying that because Gypsros is in the game and Nestilla is in the game. So if they are bringing Kezu, they should bring a Shrouded Nestilla as well. But realistically, so is that. And maybe one of these. Either or, right? Either or one of those. Everything else on here is just straight up Copium for returning monsters. But I am excited. I am excited. I want to see what comes next. I don't think we'll see anything at Gamescom, even though some people think they do think we'll see some stuff at Gamescom. I think Tokyo Game Show is where we should be looking at. I really do. I don't think we'll see anything at Gamescom. I think it's going to be Tokyo Game Show. Because I don't think this is coming out early next year. I think it's coming out in April or May of next year. But that's what I want, right? Elder Dragons, Valstrax, Namiyo, Valazak, Shagomagal, new Elder Dragon, right? Second map, focus mode nerf, faster combat subspecies, Zuwu for our Jarkon, all stuff, variant for one of the apexes. Weather updated would be nice, and then my returning monsters list. That's my wish list. I'm still very excited. I really can't wait for when we get news again. And I will be there. I am already excited. I'm already seated. I cannot wait to fight Lao Shenlong again. And I'm really looking forward to new monsters. I didn't do new monsters because I don't really know exactly what I want. Other than like another new Elder Dragon, other than the flagship. But still. I'm really looking forward to it. I'm really liking the announcement trailer. I'm really liking everything about what Capcom's doing right now. Even with... not even besides Monster Hunter. Capcom with Street Fighter 6, which is kind of pulling me back to maybe play the game again. And even with Onimusha finally getting a release date in that dreaded September, so that's gonna be fun. And then even then, we got fucking Resident Evil Veronica, we got Mega Man next year. Hopefully Okami news soon. I'm still really waiting on that. There's a lot of good shit coming, dude, from Capcom, and they just keep on hitting fucking home runs, dude. I'm really excited for what they do next.